Hello, ancient souls. Feel free to take in a deep breath, connect with your inner source to see what parts of this reading may resonate with you. The reading is general and timeless, so just take what resonates with you. But if you would like a personal reading, a one-on-one personal session with me, Akashic Records, Quantum Reiki, anything else, go to 144bluerosetemple.com, or you can email me. All the information's in that box below. And just as always, thank you for all of your love. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for being here today, Pisces and Soul Tribe. We have a Pisces reading that's coming out, but this one is for the ancient souls. If my energy or my readings resonate with you, feel free to subscribe. Go click on the notification bell and go click on that like button so you can know when the next reading does come out, and so I can connect more with your energy in the readings. Now, this reading is just coming through, so I'm going to channel it as it's coming out. Someone sent you a return to sender, but you didn't do anything. So someone had your energy, your name specifically in mind of return to sender. You didn't even do anything. And that's what this reading is about. Why do we have return to sender here for the collective? The web weaver. Why do we have return to sender for the collective? This person was in the root of fear. The desert prince, survival. But survival, when I see that, right? We have prayer, sacred ritual, preparation, confirmation. Someone sent you, and it was you specifically, like someone sent you, your name, they thought of you as they did it. A return to sender, but you never sent them anything. All right, survival. This person was in the root of fear. We have synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. And so someone, it's like made a mistake over here of doing a return to sender to you. You never sent them anything. All right. However, it does feel like there was some sort of contract with that, right? Sometimes we can give consent, past lives, etc. And that's what's coming through over here. I'm going to grab actually from the past life deck. Why do we have return to sender here for the collective? Love life. Why do we have return to sender here for the collective? Confirmation though, vows. When things like that happen, collective, it's like, what? How could that happen? And there's a balance to it. We could dive into past lives, but I feel like we can also infinitely do that too, And so in a past life, if it resonates with you, but what I am seeing is there's some sort of soul level where you did perhaps give consent before reincarnation, whatever that means to you, to learn this lesson. All right. This person, you triggered their fears and phobias. I always wear something that's going to match the reading. I don't know why. I'm wearing all black today. However, we have love life over here. Was it your own lover? Was it a past lover? This person, though, has phobias, and perhaps they may have phobias of like, what's coming through is perhaps spell work, witchcraft, things like that, but you're not someone who does what they fear. You trigger their fears, but they also agreed to learn a lesson through that mistake. It's kind of a Judas Jesus kind of thing. This person is going to, their third eye is going to awaken to the fact that they actually kind of attacked the wrong person, or someone who was innocent in the fact that they did a return to sender and they thought it was right in that moment. You actually only mirror reflected their fears. They're in the root chakra, their phobias, and they sent a return to sender to someone who never sent them anything. That's what I'm getting over here. I'm going to grab one more card. For the collective, for these ancient souls, why do we have survival, the desert prince, love life? We do have Apollo over here, Thoth, divine masculine. Why do we have return to sender here? We have Ra, share your gift. Why do we have return to sender here? And then we have Kadesh and visionary. Someone thought that perhaps you were targeting them, but you actually never were. For some of you, you were just channeling. You were just like, again, it's like you're just doing whatever it is that you're doing, living your life. Someone took it very personal, and we have Zach was here. Maybe the person's name is Zach. Maybe your name is Zachary. I don't know. But confirmation on the visionary. The person's third eye only awakens after they made the mistake of sending you a return to sender, which that person, again, you are a pure soul. And so when someone sends you a return to sender, you ain't even returning it back. You let them do it. And that's why, or that's how this person learns a soul lesson through you. You're not going to send that kind of stuff back. And you triggered someone's phobias and fears. So say, for example, someone fears like someone's going to do magic or this or that, or someone's going to use me, someone wants me for this and that. Like, that's what I'm feeling, is that, and it says love life over here. For some of you, just someone took you the complete wrong way of how they thought you were approaching them, what they thought you were saying or doing. It was not what you meant, or it was not in that way. However, unknowingly, you triggered someone's deepest fears and phobias, and they sent you a return to sender. It actually only ends up upgrading you. Okay, now for the ancient souls. For the ancient souls, why do we have return to sender here? What is the story of return to sender, phobias, love life? Why return to sender over here? Why do we have return to sender over here? Someone was trying to protect their money, etc., but you never wanted it anyway. We have the Ten of Pentacles here, the Chariot card, Two of Swords. Why the Ten of Pentacles here? Why the Chariot card? Why the Two of Swords? Yeah, what I do see here is like you triggered someone's, you super mirror reflected someone over here. Why the Page of Cups with the Two of Swords? Or Page of Cups with the Two of Swords. You were holding the truth though. Someone completely disregarded you, discarded you. They did a return to sender. But you were actually holding the truth here. King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Someone like just took you the complete wrong way. And the thing is, they thought that they were right. They were perhaps in their ego with the return to sender. Of like, no, that person is this, that person is that. Yeah, it's like you unknowingly embodied what someone does not like, or what someone's triggered by, or what someone fears, phobias. But Six of Wands, you're getting recognition. You're getting vindication in this situation. All right, now someone may even come in for some sort of conversation over here. Why do we have Justice and the Ten of Pentacles? Why the Star card with the Chariot card? Why the Eight of Wands with the King of Swords? The Knight of Pentacles over here. Oh, and then I got a message from our beautiful soul sister too. We have Page of Pentacles over here. Okay, so for some of you, someone thought that you were copying them. That's what I'm seeing here, is like someone really trying to protect like their truth or this or that. But I do see that someone just took you the complete wrong way. All right, it's like someone was trying to protect their soul destiny themselves, and they did a return to sender. Where's the collective in this reading? Where's the collective's energy in this reading? You didn't mean to do it. Oh gosh darn it, collective. You mirror reflected and you didn't mean to. We have the Fool card over here. You ended up walking right into a conflict. It's like, what did I do? You have the Six of Wands over here. This is victory and success, collective. There's a big misunderstanding here. A really big one. However, you got yourself into a conflict. You do get out of it. You do get out of it, the Fool card. Because you were actually innocent the whole time. Where someone took you as like all black and wearing this, and in reality, you actually had a white rose. All right, now, why the Five of Wands with the Fool card here? Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. And they sent you a return to sender. They sent you some sort of death energy. Why the Fool card with the Death card? Why the Fool card with the Death card? Yeah, I do see someone over here. And this person also, there's something about your embodiment. You may even have a Heyoka kind of embodiment. A Heyoka is like a sacred clown in a sense. So some of you resonate as like a Heyoka. I do see that you super mirror reflected this person and they did not quite see you. Your truth is very protected and it will last. Like whatever you're doing, whatever you express, your truth is going to go a long way. But this was also fated that this would happen. Okay. Now, what happens to the collective after this conflict? What happens to the collective after this conflict? You have a beautiful energy, actually. You go through a complete rebirth over here. The Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. And so this person sent you death. This person sent you a return to sender of like, no, that person is coming after me. I need to protect myself. You were actually never coming after anyone. You were never doing, it's like where someone thinks you're doing maybe magic or this or that, and you're just like twiddling your thumbs at home. 144 as I say that. Someone, you mirror reflected someone in a really big way. And it was kind of a Judas, Jesus, Yeshua situation where they're like, get them. You actually didn't do anything. And yesterday was Resurrection Day. Yesterday was Easter. You did go through a death and rebirth. You did. But it only upgrades you. 1111 as I say that. Okay, you have been spiritually upgraded through whatever happened here. I do see the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so there's a big change coming. And I do see, or that has already come. And you go from this King of Swords energy to like a Queen of Cups. Okay. Why Knight of Swords with the Queen of Cups here? You're the magician over here, Nine of Wands. You got out of that situation. Like Yeshua yesterday on Easter. You got off the cross, collective. We have the Magician card, the Queen of Cups. And that Yeshua, they say, was a Pisces. Queen of Cups, the Magician card. But by that, right, it's like that wise sage or that magician, which Yeshua was a magician, you know, a shaman, really. But what's coming through here is we have share your gift. Your gifts are not going anywhere. We have Truth and Knight of Pentacles. You're going the long way. Okay, you're also going to go very far in your life, collective. This was some sort of Easter situation. Someone sent you a return to sender, and they were like, they put you on the cross with that return to sender. And you did go through a death and rebirth. However, you got right off the cross, okay, with the Five of Swords over here. And your gifts actually only become stronger. You only have a spiritual upgrade from this situation. Okay, now what is the advice for the collective? What is the advice? Yeah, we have King of Wands over here, the Nine of Swords, and then Judgment. Okay, this person was under judgment. I mean, you went through a death and rebirth over here too. We have the Nine of Swords and then the King of Wands over here. And so I do see you... It's purged out a lot of fear as well. Why the King of Wands with the Nine of Swords over here? We have the Empress. Yeah, the Nine of Swords, it says fear, negative emotions. Now, this could be how the other person feels. Like they are in regret over here. For some of you, yeah, it's like this King of Wands energy. This person is in regret. What's also coming through is if you have felt this way, right, in the midst of this, things are going to turn out very beautiful with the Empress over here. And we have the Seven of Cups, okay? So that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates. Yeah, someone sent you a return to sender, and like they were sure. When they sent it, they were sure. It ended up like not being so sure, you know, where you never did anything. You were really mirror reflecting their deepest fears and phobias. And it actually is a blessing to you in the sense that it brings you a spiritual upgrade. Okay, now what do we have for the collective for this reading? We have assistance and control, the white horse, which the white horse does represent Yeshua as well. Some of you have Jesus, Yeshua as a spirit guide, as an ascended master. We have discipline, armor, and boundaries. And then authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will, right? Everyone has free will. And so when it even comes to that person, right, they sent that with their own free will. You are God's will. And so, and by that, like you're living in alignment. Whatever God's will means for you. Whenever I mention God's will, which I have tattooed over here, God's will represents the sacred union between your lower self and your highest self. 144 as I say that. All right, so you are someone who... You are living in alignment, and this person attacked you for something that like you're living in alignment. you know, so you're meant to be doing what it is that you're doing or whatever it is, and you just never sent them anything over here. You know, we have discipline, armor, and boundaries. I do see you having the armor, having the boundaries over here, you know, and also you're just very protected. And, you know, for those of you of like, well, how did this happen? How did this manifest? I do see, perhaps, again, like on a soul level, we sometimes agree to learn lessons with other souls, you know, beyond what we can avoid, etc., right? Where that's God's will also to perhaps learn that lesson with that person. I do see that that's perhaps what this was here. We have phobias, we have love life. For some of you, that was like a lover, a past lover. However, that person is in remorse. And I do see you getting out of this situation and only having a spiritual upgrade from it. All right, now what else do we have for the collective for this reading? We have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust in the good in yourself and in others. See the light in the world. All right, and that's for you, collective, who's watching this. They kind of even look like each other. Phobias and faith. Like it's a totally different deck. There is someone out there that's like mirror reflecting, whether that be, I'm wearing all black, your shadow, your deepest fears, the root chakra, whatever it is. This person mirror reflected that back to you, but it was not like personal, and it was not even directed to the person. And that's what I'm just seeing over here. Like you were unknowingly embodying something that was someone else's deepest fear and phobia, or something they don't like, etc. They sent you a return to sender. And then for you, staying calm. Yeah, this is going to be a higher heart opening for you, and it only leads to a spiritual upgrade. Okay, so when this, or if this ever does happen, I pray it never prospers for you, etc., right? But if this has ever happened in your life, this is a higher heart opening for you, and all is going to be well. What are some final messages for the collective? I'm thinking of you, ascension symptoms, and then we do have blessings, okay? So some of you may be going through ascension symptoms at this time. There's a whole lot of ascension, solar flare, all of that energy in the collective. And someone might even be thinking of you, perhaps this person, okay? That's what I have for you. I hope that it resonates. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.